But so being that we normally, this is the first and plausibly the only year we might run a secondary road the whole way across. And so what that entails is there's going to be a lot more challenges that have been unforeseen for those of you who've been here before. And those of you who haven't, it's going to be kind of a different sort of gig because, I mean, it's going to be a lot harder to hustle up parts along the way. There's not going to be as much support. I mean, the 50's been called the loneliest highway, you know, I mean, and it goes all the way across. And all you got to do is remember to keep chasing the 50 signs. It's going to tie in with a few other highways, but just keep following the 50 sign. Like, it'll be like 6 and 50 around Grand Junction, where he's from. Just west of there, the I-70 is Highway 50 as well. We're going to jump on I-70 and have a little bit of interstate stretch. I think there's another one outside of Kansas City. I don't remember exactly, or St. Louis or something. We'll all figure it out. I'm sure I will, you will, everything will be cool. It looked like there was a little bit of a jog that could get confusing around Cincinnati, but you want to take the river road and just follow the 50 signs and everything ought to be good. So, first of all, is there any questions about said route?
Total miles?
Total miles. Total miles is 3271. 72. You know, I mean, you'd probably be averaging a little bit more because that doesn't include your takeoffs or, you know, your exit ramps and, you know, getting lost and everything. But you're going to go at least 78 miles, what was that? 160. Yeah, I got lost, so don't think I'm trying to pull a fast one on you here. I mean, I'm running no GPS, paper map, cross my fingers and hope for the best. So it is what it is. So that being said, as you can tell, it would be a little bit dicey coming out of here real hot in the morning. I mean, a lot of you guys might have come in from the east. You see the real windy road going down to that other town, Carson City, and then past it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do something we've never done before. We're all going to leave here together, and we're going to roll into the desert. And whenever it's just absolutely coast is clear, nothing on the GPS, game on, boys and girls. So we're going to ride together for like the first 40 miles tomorrow. It'd be pretty cool to be rolling like 25, 26 people deep.
Yeah, do a parade lap.
Yeah, it's like a parade lap, you know, so we'll just kind of keep it tight and go down the mountain at a reasonable pace so we don't get the chippies and helicopters after us. And, you know, I mean, this is an illegal race. You get pulled over, deny everything. You don't know anything about the Stampede. Stampede, what are you talking about? I'm lost.
Some ass with that sticker on my bike.
Well, you know, I mean, it's just lie your way through it. Most
just ride in North Carolina for shits and grins.
Or don't even tell them North Carolina. I'm just going, you know, down the road a few.
Wisconsin, visit my mom and dad.
I'm going east. I'm going a couple hundred miles to Grandma's house. She's sick. She's crippled. Come on, lie to her. Lie to her. So that's what we're going to do, and it ought to be pretty cool. We'll line up tomorrow morning. We need to take some pictures of all the bikes together. I guess we'll just do it right the hell here. We'll just line them all up right here facing out, and we'll just cruise on out, come 6 in the morning. So be there or be square.
What's the hard-ass designation this year?
Hard-ass designation this year, I have to figure it out every time we talk about this. So, according to my magic phone,
Be like
the hard-ass designation, so we'll get back to the cash and prizes. So, all that cash that you guys are dumping in, that's going to the first 3. You know, the winner takes a lot, not most, but they got to buy the first good group of beer. And so sometimes second place really isn't bad, you know. Like last time the second place guy got more than I did.
Just to be honest,
Yeah,
but that 6-pack of beer that you brought in really sucked.
He just wanted to do that because he didn't want to pack that damn trophy around. That son of a bitch is heavy. But
that asshole felt it.
But the winner gets the coveted bowling trophy. It's a traveling trophy, fabled in song and poem. You get to keep it for the year, and you make it back next year, send it over to the other side, or you know, we'll figure that shit out whenever one of y'all win. And the other side, what? Why are you looking at me like that? Come on now. Nothing's guaranteed. Right. I actually had it for about 5 days the whole time I've had it for 2 years, so it's pretty cool. And there's also going to be another award this year. It's going to be the coveted Golden Boot Award. Yeah, one of you lucky winners will be the proud new owners of one of my boots spray painted gold. I don't know what it's going to be based upon, but it's going to be based upon something heroic. You know, these have done me right for 2 years. I super glued them back together. It's getting a little bit long in tread.
Dog shit on one of them.
Nothing on them. You know,
Use that one to paint.
they're actually quasi-usable condition. I expect them to be in worse condition by now, but
You're sure you wear a
7.5, mind you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so 3271 divided by an average speed, overall average speed of 55 comes out to 59.472 seconds. Is that right? Hang on.
Yeah.
3271
3,200 flat to be 58 hours.
divided by 5 equals 59.47. So it's going to be full on 60 hours. If any of you guys can get in there inside of 60 hours, you get the coveted hard ass patch fabled in song and poem. Only a few guys have them. He has one. I got one. Maybe a couple other dudes, but we ain't talking about them. Oh yeah, and that cat that rode the Sportster, he hasn't gotten it yet just because, oh, where's my patch? Fucking call me. I mean, I'm not a mind reader. I mean, obviously I'm not the most organized thing that ever happened, but that's kind of half the charm. I mean, you're coming and you're doing it on your own for yourself. It's kind of a lofty undertaking, you know, to take you and your bike by your damn self from here to there and then get back to wherever you are. And once you've done it, you know, you've done something that there's really not a lot of fellers out there that have really done, completed. You'll see how it goes. But that being said, you know, a lot of times you want to power straight through. Know your limits, you know, because nobody's going to bail you out. You break your shit, figure it out and get there one way or another. Even if you got to go buy you a $500 pickup and throw it in the back, or be like Eric and rent a Pontiac Sunfire and take it apart and look like you're going to the swap meet, you know, get there. We're going to party down. It'll be cool, you know. I'm going to be able to finagle us some wristbands so all of us be able to get in and smoke out for free as long as they don't screw me over. I got us 2 rooms over there, so I don't know how many dudes we're packing into. How many guys have rooms lined out on the other side? Yeah, and I'm the disorganized one. But anyway, I got 2 rooms, so we can pile up in there. The camping's pretty epic out there. You know, once you get in, you can camp out in the campground if you got all the shit. We'll figure that out. What else? Questions, comments, concerns? Fuck you, Charles is. Or are you saving fuck you, Charles is for a few hundred miles that way? Yeah, you guys will be saying
I'll give you a great big
Charles.
fuck you, Charles.
You gotta get a fuck you, Charles! Fuck you!
Patches here for everybody.
What's that?
There are enough patches for everybody to finish.
Absolutely, I have everything under control. Trust me.
Isn't that Yiddish for fuck you?
Yeah, what's the cutoff time?
Cutoff time. You gotta be there by Friday night at midnight, or else you ain't really trying. Or you really had to try a lot harder than everybody else. You know, it's if you break down along the way, it really sucks. I've done it on numerous occasions, and it's horrible. But you know, it's arguably speaking, the last guy to come in probably had the toughest ride of anybody. Arguably speaking, I mean, it's a sliding scale, I'm sure. El Buche. I mean, that has to suck. You're on the road for like 7 days in the heat, lollygagging around. I don't know what you're doing with all your time. Maybe you're sleeping, or I don't know what you do in all the rest of the hours of the day. But you know, be consistent. Know your limits. Do what you can do, and most of all, have fun with it, because it is a blast. And
No, it sucks when you're doing it. It's fun at the end.
I think it's pretty fun when you're doing it. 'Cause,
bike.
you know, even if you're in the back of the pack, there's always going to be somebody in front of you. There's always going to be someone behind you. There ain't going to be no one in front of you if you're out in front. But, you know, for the most part, the race is always there. You're always, you could say like, yeah, I ride like an asshole. I get down the road. I mean, I lollygag along the way whenever I'm just riding along. You know, getting here.